course down there. There's our nuclear power station, Coburg. We don't like nuclear at all. Chernobyl, Fukushima, not a good thing. Don't want to do any more nuclear. It's solar now. You're going to get into solar power, wind power. And that's what we have on the yacht. We got solar power and wind power. No more nuclear. Albert's van. Let's see if we can find it. There's his van. Hey Albert, wakey wakey, rise and shine. Where are you? Ho 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 ho! It's Captain Abbott, looking for Masters, what was it? Seaman Staines and Master Bates. I remember this picture from Mount Kenya.
Of course.
That's our last adventure we did, maybe 10 years ago.
That's awesome, eh?
Jeez, yeah, when we conquered, myself and Albert conquered Mount Kenya in a rubber rhino costume.
Yes, we did.
We will show you some pictures further down the line, but we've had an adventure or two along the way.
Yeah, we've got more wrinkles now, so we're like.
But we still, yeah, we survived the last 10 years together. So let's go, let's do the next 10 years and see what comes
Cool,
up.
come with us and see what happens.
Port Owen, yeah. Sounds like a retirement village. So Port Owen is like an old age home in the middle of Velddrif, and it's full of rich people surrounding a yacht basin with yachts in it.
Port Owen was with Suzanne.
Yeah?
Thank you. I
Well,
like this. I
what?
haven't been in the back of a car in ages.
But we're chauffeur driven today by Seaman Staines, Conrad. Master Bates and Seaman Staines. And Captain Pogwash. Pogwash. Oh no, we have a flat tire. We haven't even left yet. Oh no. Alright, yeah, we're coming into Port Owen. There's the salt mines, Albert. Oh, salt mines and things down there. Flamingos. Very nice. Oh, there we go, there's the salt. Ding ding.
What if this was Brazil, it'd be cocaine.
Cool, we got food, we got gifts, goodies. Here we are. Forgot the girlfriends, the mermaids, you mean, Albert?
I knew we forgot something.
Mermaids wouldn't work.
Okay.
Cool, there we go, there's our beauty. Our lovely looking Land Rover of the sea. She's quite a solid babe. I mean, that's a lot wider than many of the others. Look at the size of that mast. That is quite something. Wow. The yacht club. Always a good place to be. And there she is. My darling. Ta-da! We've arrived. Oh, no entry. Well, soon to be a boat owner, so I think I qualify. Well, I will soon. We will be legal next time round. Knock knock. Anyone home? Have to walk the gangplank. Okay, here goes. Oh. Jerry. Well, Alan was the guy who was here last week. Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, did we wake you up, Jerry?
Hi, Jerry.
And you got here at last, huh?
We eventually did. We had a few setbacks along the way.
Oh,
Great to meet you.
Oh,
Fantastic. Yes. Eventually, I've got all these pictures of you, and I've got pictures of your yacht. And we're making a little video. We decided we're going to make a blog.
Oh, you can make...
So we're going to. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of the adventure of going around the world.
Okay.
Ta-da! This is it. The boat.
Smell is awesome.
Well, you could recognize the ports. These are navy ports. That's why there was this steel steel shutter.
This is so
And
cool.
they just happen to be the same size as the holes that were there originally.
No, that's where these come off a frigate.
Oh, that's
in
awesome. Look at that, hey?
That's with all
That's
the rigging
beautiful.
up.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
But this is a submarine. This is a collision bulkhead
Okay.
right across here, and this door is steel, and
Okay.
you can close it and there's a rubber seal.
Okay.
So if you ever had a problem or in
Yeah.
the bow,
Yeah.
but this is a
Oh, so it's watertight.
watertight compartment.
Oh my lord, that's brilliant to know that
That is good. Dude.
this thing shouldn't ever sink.
No, it's
All ships sink.
Well,
eventually.
So
Tell you about that ship called Titanic. Don't know if you heard about it.
yeah, when it's hot, it's nice to open these and you get tremendous air through.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I like about these old ones? They've got so much character.
Yeah. No,
Well,
like,
this is a bit of
Graham,
yellow wood.
I-
I had a woodmiser. This is a piece of yellow wood from Yugi.
okay.
This is one piece of royals from the Nice Forest.
Oh, it's a bit of Neisner in here. Oh, how nice is that?
Oh yeah, this is for all your Spanish rum and whatever. Yeah?
Your little booze cabinet down there.
Oh yeah, there's I don't know if you've looked under the.
I haven't looked anywhere. I've actually just walked around. I didn't want to snoop, you know. It wasn't my mind to snoop.
Under here the water tanks and spares.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah.
If you look under here,
I'll have to go through all of that, and then you'll have to go through it with me, so I can
these
know
are
what
ex-
is what.
These are extra. Although you can sleep on here. This is the lee cloth.
Mhm.
Clips in there. And there.
Okay.
So you won't get fall out. Actually, when I'm sailing down,
Yeah, I know.
that's my favourite spot.
Oh, really?
I've never used a lee board.
Yeah.
But under here is
Okay.
So where do you put that?
spares.
Ah, okay. Brilliant, because you always need
This,
spares.
well, this was me in my home. People said, "Why? What are you going to do with all this?" And I said, "Well, it's
You're gonna
part of
need
the
it.
boat."
Yeah.
Part of the boat, yeah.
You're going to need it at some stage in the next 20 years of circumnavigating the world. Well, I need to spend like, you know, a weekend with you, or maybe go sail somewhere one day and show me everything that fits wherever it's going to fit.
Oh, yeah.
You
I mean,
probably
there's-
find all
there's-
these nooks and crannies all over the
there's-
place. Like 2 years
No,
after you
you
bought the boat, it's like, that's where it is.
Ah, now I found it.
Now I found it.
No, you need to
Already
do
bought
you
a
need
new
a-
one.
you need to do an
Inventory, massive
where you
inventory.
keep stuff.
And yeah, so you can actually have a map of where things were left last.
Anyway,
I want to go in there.
oh, you want to see my workshop on the right hand
Yeah, I
side?
saw that.
Okay.
Well, I saw it's a bit on the left in the heads as well.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a workshop going on. Thing is, you can't be 6'2" and the boer from
No,
the
of course you
Karoo
can't.
and live on this. You'd never manage.
No, you can't. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So is this another shower as well? Because I
There's
see
a
the
shower and there's a
Yeah.
toilet with a heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one has got a holding tank.
Soap, shampoo.
oh underneath this one, yeah. Because where else would it go?
That's never been used because
You don't
it,
need.
it was mainly for the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Or if you're going into a marina in the West Indies,
Yeah.
they want to know that you don't.
Poo out in the harbour.
So you have to have one.
Yeah.
It's regulation.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Well, I mean,
So there's one there. You want to come and have a look? There it is.
Yeah, it is,
How do you
okay.
get how do you get the stuff out? Well, there's a holding tank,
yeah.
and there's the powder that you put in, and there's a pump to pump out.
And you
the
see,
sea.
you never really use it.
It's never been used.
So is that what that thing on the left is with the pipe
Yeah.
sticking out of it? So that really doesn't need to be there.
Sure.
And how often have you ever had anybody ask you? No, not really.
Not in South Africa.
No, exactly. Oh well, I suppose, you know, until such time as somebody does ask you, just leave it there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the only reason.
You want to be like, you know, above
But if you
board.
go, if you wise and go to Thailand and you go Madagascar or Mozambique, then
Nobody's going to ask a question ever.
So how's
because
the
they
engine?
crap on the beach anyway.
So you're right.
Yeah, I laughed. We took. I'll show you the pictures. Have you looked through this book?
I've got my own book of your book.
No, this is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole history. Oh wow, this is the whole. This is the whole.
Well, I mean, I photographed a few pictures out there which I've now recopied.
This is it standing on those legs. This Neisner. So if you're up on the on an island and you go up on a sandbank,
Okay.
you can let the legs down and you can
Do anti-fouling and clean it and scrub down everything. So
awesome,
it doesn't
eh?
cost you hauling it out of the sea.
No,
That's lovely.
it is.
But you have to go somewhere where there's quite a serious tide flow.
Well, most of the.
I suppose most people.
Well, I went up.
Wait for full moon.
I flew up to Pemba Bay, wanting to go and move the boat there, and I went to an island. We went to Pangana. We sailed all morning on a dhow to get to this island.
Yeah.
And it was raining, but it was beautiful. It was warm water. So we get the island because the Spanish guy bought and he was putting up chalets. And I looked and there was a marula tree.
Yeah.
Marula. Sport. I said, how did this get you up? He said, the elephants.
They swam across.
When the tide went out, we'd sailed all morning. We walked back. that's the fall in the tide, I think.
Gee, it's amazing how some places
So that's how the
fall
elephants would come over at low tide and then walk back.
after they got a bit high on the marula. Got a bit lost.
Yeah.